What's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another video. This time, I want to come to the defense of my boy Broly, the new Broly leader that's coming out of the kind of just movie promo packs when you go see the new Broly movie, which I'm super excited about that movie. But anyways, this leader is catching so much flack on Facebook, and people are just calling it trash and garbage and not worth playing at all. I kind of disagree with you guys. I think it's a fine leader. Do I think it's tier 0? I definitely don't think that. But I actually think it has a little bit more merit than people are saying. So I kind of want to talk about the leader, go over what it does, and why I think it's actually pretty decent. So, new Broly leader, it's a black leader, which is very, very interesting. The fact that it doesn't have a lot of the green support kind of that the old Broly leader does, but at the same time, you can still play the entire Broly package if you wanted to. I don't know if that's the route I would necessarily go with it yet, but let's get into what the leader does. So, when this card attacks a leader card, you may choose one card in your life and place it in your drop area. So we have Self-Awakening there, but it's not plussing you a card. You're not negging a card either. You're not losing a card. You're just not plussing a card because you're not losing anything from your hand size. You're not going neg. So that's important to keep in mind. So you're not plussing a card. But if you do so, place up 3 cards from the top of your deck in the drop area. Then your opponent chooses one card in their hand and places it in the drop area. So when this card attacks a leader card, you mill 1 life and 3 cards on the top of your deck. So I believe this is the only leader that automatically mills 4 on swing. So you get to fuel some bigger overwhelm plays a little easier. Especially like your 4-drop Bardock, your 4-drop Miras with critical, any 4-drop overwhelms you want to play. Also Trunks Overseeing Time, which is a very, very good option. Then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and places it in the drop area. So this is not a leader that pluses on its front side initially, like by default. It makes your opponent neg 1. So it's kind of the reverse of what a lot of good leaders do. This card attacks your opponent, you mill 4, set up an overwhelm play, and you neg your opponent 1. So your card economy is still pretty good in the sense of what this leader can do. So I really, really like it for that reason. Then it's Self-Awakening, and at 4 life you draw 2 cards, so that's a little bit of a nice little bonus. Then you flip over, and we'll get the other side of this leader. Broly Legends Dawning. So 15k attack leader, black leader. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, so you have your typical +1 on your leader swing. Then you may choose one of your non-token, non-black battle cards and place in your drop area. This kind of holds this leader back. Not being able to sack a black battle card that's going to be leaving anyway, that kind of does hold his leader back. I will give everyone that. And the non-token thing also is kind of unfortunate. But then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and places it in the drop area. So you still have a +1 off your leader swing, then you have a 1-for-1 with your opponent. You sack one of your battle cards, and your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and places it in the drop area. I do believe if you're playing the Veggie Engine in this deck that Khalifa will protect you from having to do this. So that could be something really good to look into. Then your opponent is just straight up negging 1 every time you swing, kind of like the old Broly leader. But its Activate Main effect is actually very, very interesting. So Activate Main, once per turn, choose 1 card in your hand and place it in the drop area. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. This is really good. This is like this is what, in my opinion, makes this leader consistent in terms of it spot removes any threat by discarding a card. So it's a pretty decent effect at all points of the game, right? So anything that's giving you a problem, whether it's like the Bergamo sitting in defense, you just kill it. Whether it's like something that's going to hurt you on the next turn, you kill it. A big sell, kill it. It's pretty nice. I do kind of like that about this leader. Like I said, this leader is by no means broken. It's a very, very fair leader, which, you know, fair right now might not be cutting it necessarily in the metagame. But I think this leader is still worth play at some parts, especially at the locals. I think this leader can do some decent things. I actually really, really like the Demigra Secret Rare in this deck because of the fact that it's already kind of controlling your opponent's hand. And then that 5-drop Demigra can kind of just wipe it completely clean if your game is going well. You know, what are some engines you can play in this deck? I would think at first glance black-green would be pretty good. So you have like your Veggie Engine, which could potentially, I believe, protect you from this leader's auto. Then you have like the Broly package you could play to make your opponent discard more cards. And then I actually really like how this leader can play the Unbreakable Spirit Son Goku for defense because, you know, a leader like Demigra that wants to abuse a secret rare can't necessarily do that because you don't want to really take a chance of milling a red. So I think this leader does have some merit. Like I said, it's not broken by any means. It's a very fair leader. But the Veggie Engine can actually turn this leader into more pluses for you than negs. So, like I said, everything this leader does, it evens out. So, like, on the front side, you attack, mill 3, and your opponent loses a card. So you're actually +1ing, technically. Your opponent's negging 1. And then on the back side, when this card attacks, you draw 1, and then you can choose to sack a battle card to make your opponent discard one, so you +1 there as well. And then you can 1-for-1 your opponent with a card from your hand and any one of their battle cards. The fact that this can kill any battle card is actually pretty good in my opinion. So that's kind of what I think about this leader. Let me know what you guys think. I have a feeling that a lot of you guys are gonna, say that it's garbage, say that it's trash, but give it a shot, test it out, see what you think. And I'm by no means predicting this is gonna win a regionals or anything like that, but I think it has a little bit more merit than people are giving it credit for. So that's my opinion on it. If you guys like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about the leader. Don't be too harsh on me. So, yeah, that being said, this is Joey from Crossroads TCG, and I'll see you next time.